Hi there. I'd like you to take 1 second to answer a very simple yet very profound and powerful question. What's your potential? Hi, and welcome to Discover Vitality. My name is Dr. Greg Venning. I'm a chiropractor and self-styled wellness crusader. And my mission is to help you fulfill your innate potential so that you can look and feel fitter, enjoy more energy, find focus, reverse the effects of aging, and celebrate a great quality of life. Here's a second question for you. I'd like you to rate your health on a scale between 0 and 10. Now, before you give the answer, listen to the scale. 10 is your optimum potential for a full, healthy, happy, vibrant life. Imagine as much energy as you could have. Imagine great drive every day. Imagine feeling and looking fit and strong. That would be 10 out of 10. 5 out of 10 would probably be the point where you don't feel anything quite wrong, but nothing is very right either. A neutral point. And 0 out of 10 is probably the worst you could imagine yourself. Now, quietly, give yourself a score now between 0 and 10. When I give this question to an audience, most people answer somewhere in the range of between 5 and 7 out of 10. And if I was to pass them in the street and ask them, are you healthy? The answer would probably be yes. And that answer is only because there's nothing specific wrong with most of the people in the audience. But just having nothing wrong doesn't make you healthy. When did it become normal and average for us to live in this range of 5 to 7 out of 10, only living at 50 to 70% of our potential for a full, long, happy, healthy, fulfilled life? What are we missing out on in the 8 to 10 range? What more could we be achieving, experiencing, if we were at 8 to 10 out of 10 rather than just 5 to 7? Another question to ask yourself is, if you did nothing different for the next 5 years, is your number likely to go up or go down? What would the average number be for everyone in your community? And do you think that's going up or down generally? To be able to move up towards your 10 out of 10 or your vitality, we now need to talk about what creates health. And this is a very different question to how do we avoid or treat disease. Allow me to explain with the following 3 stories. First of all, we have Susan. Now, Susan has a fair amount of life savings put away. She's in a comfortable situation, but her spending starts getting out of control. And you can see the line drop down as she eats into those savings, and eventually she crosses through the line and gets into some debt. Now, she goes through 1 credit card and then 2 credit cards and eventually has to get a loan to cover the credit cards. Now, she can't pay her loans back. So she has to go and see somebody. She has to go and see a debt specialist to help her to get onto a repayment program so she can pay back those loans. And then once she gets back to a stable point just below the line, you can see there, she doesn't change her behaviors. So what does she do? She goes back into debt again. Now, she does this over and over and over until she hits bankruptcy. Next, we have George. Now, George is in a similar position to Susan in the beginning with a fair amount of savings, and he also lets his spending get out of control. So he gets into debt, goes through 1 credit card, 2 credit cards, has to get a loan as well, and then also eventually has to see a debt repayment specialist who puts him on a plan so that he can get up to just about a stable point again. But George does something fundamentally different. He changes his behaviors and patterns. He decides to start saving again and has a method of monitoring his savings so that he can see how they go up. And when they get to a nice stable level, then he's happy and he's got some savings put away. Next we have Mary. Now Mary starts off in a similar situation to both Susan and George with some life savings put away and also starts eating into those savings. But the difference is Mary has a way of monitoring those savings so she knows they're going down. And all she has to do then is change her behaviors and allow her savings to creep back up again. And so she's in a comfortable position once again without going through any pain or trauma. Now ask yourself, if we're talking finances, which is a more enlightened way to go about life? Susan, George, or Mary? Now, everybody I've ever asked this question comes up with the answer that obviously Mary's way is far more intelligent and enlightened. So why do we view our health like Susan views her finances? We eat into our health savings until we get into health debt, and then we hit a problem and we have to go and see someone, a healthcare provider of some sort. And then all we do is get back to that neutral point by simply treating the symptoms without addressing what caused the problem in the first place, which was our behaviors. This is how our current healthcare system is actually set up. It is, in fact, a sick care system. You have to be sick in order to enter the system. It does a job of making people a little less sick, but does very little to create health and really move you toward 10 out of 10. The consequences of following the system are that you will live a life of very average proportions when the potential for vitality is within you. There's a huge financial cost to the systems now, which governments across the world are feeling. There's a human cost to this. It's now become average for about 80% of us over the age of 65 to have at least one chronic, degenerative, incurable disease. And about half of us, when we get to 65, will have at least two of these diseases. It's also affecting people at younger and younger ages. More and more we're seeing kids with obesity, depression, allergies, asthma, even cancer. And we know that living in this model will affect future generations. The science of epigenetics is telling us now how your behaviors and your actions now can affect the health of your unborn kids and even your grandkids. But this doesn't have to happen to you. This doesn't have to be your fate. You are innately programmed to express your vitality. It's literally written in your genes like a recipe. All you have to do is discover what ingredients the recipe needs and bring them together and allow health to come from the inside out. And right now, I'm going to share with you what these ingredients are. Lifestyle. Lifestyle can be divided into three broad categories: the way you eat and drink, the way you move, and the way you think and feel. And all of these elements are then processed through your body's master control system, your nervous system. It's the foundation that all the others rest on. If you have these elements in place, you will begin to express your vitality. You can begin to look and feel leaner and fitter. You can reverse the effects of the aging process, and you can enjoy a real quality of life. Now, I have a range of options for those who are prepared to help themselves and to try new things. All you need to do is choose the one that suits you best. One way is by beginning wellness chiropractic care. Now, chiropractic is really well known for being able to help with things like back pain, neck pain, and headaches. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg. Chiropractic is really about helping your nervous system to work as well as it can so that you can express your optimum potential for health. Some people prefer to start with lifestyle change first, and that's where I can help with my Vitality Lifestyle program. In my program, I can help you to comfortably and effectively move towards ways of eating, moving, and thinking that will help you to create and discover your vitality, help you to feel better, and help you to enjoy a better quality of life. For your convenience, there are a few ways you can do this program. We can do one-on-one mentoring, either in person or by web conference from anywhere in the world. I do live group settings where people can share in some of their wins and challenges and make progress together. And we can do this as a web conference with group sessions as well. So, what is your potential? Imagine looking in the mirror and feeling good about who you are and how you look every day. Imagine being able to achieve the things you want to and being able to suck the marrow out of life. Doing this is easier than you think. All you need to do is find out what creates health and vitality and be prepared to try new things. If you'd like to find out about the Vitality Lifestyle Program or Wellness Chiropractic Care, all you have to do is click on the Contact Me button below this video and send me a message. Now, I hate spam as much as you do. so I promise that your information will be kept confidential and your details will not be passed to any third party. Please browse my blog for tons of useful content and sign up for regular updates. Thank you for your time.